Hello friends, welcome back to another session with me, Sanyukta Saxena, a certified Zentangle teacher. In today's session, we'll be learning another new Zentangle original pattern. It's called Spoken and it looks somewhat inspired from the spikes inside a bicycle tire. So today we'll learn how to draw this pattern and we'll also draw a tile using the pattern. So let us see first how to draw the pattern. The pattern is again purely line based, orbs, lines, that's all. So we'll start with an orb, right? And suppose this is my space in which I am working. Then I will retrace a part of this orb and then draw a straight line. First I will move clockwise and then again draw an aura to this line, right? Again retrace a part of the orb, draw another straight line. So you can say one part of the line is almost merging with a part of the orb, and then again add an aura. Again retrace a part of the line, and then drawing a line and then adding an aura. Again retracing a part of the orb, drawing a line, adding an aura. So I am moving clockwise. Again doing the same, just like inside the tire of a bicycle, the spikes. That is how the tangle would look like after you finish drawing it, right? So now that we have drawn a couple clockwise, now I move anti-clockwise. So I'll again retrace a part of the orb and go in the opposite direction. So I'm not rotating my scrapbook here, but you can rotate your tile as per your hand position. Again drawing behind, drawing straight lines. You can also add curve to the lines, and there are a couple of other variations that you can do. I'll give you an idea, right? So now I'm moving anti-clockwise. So drawing behind, but continuing the retracing a part of the orb and then going straight and then adding an aura, right? Again retracing a part of the orb, coming straight and then adding an aura. Again retracing a part of the orb, coming straight, adding an aura, right? So this is the basic of the pattern Spoken. Now how do we generally play around? In place of these straight lines, add something like this. Okay, you need not keep the line straight. Give a curve to the lines. Give a curve to the lines like this. Give a curve to the lines like this. Add a muka at the end. Then you have these spaces to play around with. You can add tangles here. Right? You can also play with this orb. Instead of keeping it a simple orb, you can insert a gem there, right? So number of ways in which you can play around. Let me show you a few tiles which I will be posting soon. So this is again Spoken in the center inside the heart, and other tangles to go along, right? These are Bronx chairs. Again, what I said is this is basically transcending. So I have drawn Indirella on the tile first, right? And then given a gemstone look to the center and then given a slight curve to the spikes. This is again at one side Spoken. Then I have drawn these strands zigzag and then inserted wells and tipple in the sections that were created. Also having a coffered look, right? And this is again simple tile with a coffered look, right? And few simple tangles to go along. I'd also posted a teaser which involved transcending, garlic cloves in the background and spoken drawn over it, right? So let's have some fun today. Draw another tile and try out the pattern spoken, how it is drawn, right? So in front of me is a regular Zendala, right, round tile, and then I have drawn two light-handed circles. So I'm going to ink it, right, and I'm going to ink the outer one also. So I want it to show it is a part of my finished tile, so I'm inking it. Strings may or may not be inked depending on how you want them to be, right? So now I'm going to start with my pattern right away as I showed to you. Going to retrace a part of the orb, extend it and then draw an aura. Again retrace a part of the orb, extend it, draw an aura. Retrace, extend, draw an aura. So I am first moving clockwise. It is so much easier if you are able to rotate your tile, right? So your hand need not move from the comfort position and you can just move your tile. So now I am going to move anti-clockwise. So take your time. Since the hand has moved out of the comfort position, go slow. You are going anti-clockwise now. So again retrace. I am keeping the lines sort of straight here, not bending. Again drawing behind, Hollebog effect, drawing behind, again come here. So go slow, make sure you don't cut the lines anywhere since you have drawing behind. Right, so keep moving your tile, follow the same process. Right, so you can draw as many as you wish. Wherever you feel that the space is more, you can go on adding more. Just make sure they look like they are coming from the orb, retracing the orb. Right, so if you want to add a few more here, where you think there are more of empty spaces, again here, right, again here, so it's okay. You want to keep it spaced out, you want to add more, right? So I'm going to add one more here, I think. Probably like this. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up the rest of the space, right? I'm going to ink it. So the spikes stand out. A very simple pattern to draw, usually used for transcending because it gives a very nice look when you draw it over an already drawn tile, right? Just as I showed you the Indirella and spoken transcended over them. So although you can use it individually otherwise also, but particularly a tangle which looks very good when transcended over a finished tile. Right? So I am going to continue this process of inking and get back. So I have inked all the in-between portions, and this is how the spoken looks like after finishing the inking. Now let us have some fun with the rest of the tile. So I am going to be introducing a little color, which I generally don't, but I thought spoken is a right tangle to introduce it, right? So I have two greens with me, light green and dark green watercolor pencils, and I'm going to start with my dark green and just with circular movements add some dark green watercolor pencil around this circle, probably 2 layers. Right, so as you can see, I am going in circular movements, not thinking much, just adding about 2 layers of dark green watercolor pencil around the first dot, and then I am going to move on to my lighter green and add it around the dark green. Right, so I am going to cover almost the entire tile with the lighter green, just another touch of dark green towards the end of the or towards the edges of the zindala. Right, so making big circular movements. Going almost till the edges. So what I'm going to be doing is draw another layer of spoken. Now taking this bigger circle as my base, I have again switched to my darker green and then adding one last line at the edges with my dark green. Right, so I'm going to draw another layer of spoken using the bigger circle as the base. Right, and now I'm going to, you can either use your brush pen, something like this, press it and then start to smudge. Right, go a little easy at the edges. You don't want the green to enter your inner spoken. I'm going a little easy at the edges. You can also use a normal brush, whatever you're comfortable with. I did use it in my earlier sessions. Now I'm just going to blend the green, not thinking much, going easy, just blending line by line, gently moving down. Right, again make sure your brush is wet right? So gently blending the colors, not thinking much about my brush marks here because they are kind of giving a layered look, and once I draw my spoken over it, I think they would not matter much. So just touching a little more. Blending. The ends. Right. So I'm going to leave it here. It will leave it for a while to dry up, probably 5-10 minutes, right? Now that my watercolor has almost dried up, I am using my green Gelly Roll Moonlight, and I'm going to draw some flux over my watercolor to act as a background, right? So I'm drawing some really big ones. Make sure that the watercolor has dried up. The Gelly Roll also takes a little while to dry. I'm drawing these big flux. This is Rick's version of flux. You can use any version. There is this Maria's version of flux also that you can use. Just drawing random. Right, so I'm drawing real big ones here. So that they show. Right, so this is the Gelly Roll green from the Moonlight series. Most widely used Gelly Rolls, I think. The Moonlight ones. Right, so little more to go. Let me just finish it off. Guys, completed the background with flux, and now I'm going to use my Gelly Roll 10 to add some orbs. Flux is incomplete without these orbs, right? So I don't want it to show too much, so I'm using my white only for that, because I want this as a background. It will show more on the darker green, as you can see here. So these orbs, very integral part of the basic pattern flux. Using my white Gelly Roll to add a few here and there. You can also use some other color, but I basically want the background to be a little light so that when I draw my spoken over it, it shows. So I am using the pastels, right? So there are so many ways in which you can do that. So I have added orbs. I think these are enough. Yes, right. So let us now draw our second layer of spoken. So you can either use a PN or probably an 08. So we'll give it 2 minutes to dry up, right, the jelly roll. I will now use my PN and see if it works nice on this. Otherwise I'll pick up my 08. Yeah, so again another line of spoken, this time 3 lines. Right, I think we need a bolder pen, something like this. Right, so I am drawing my second layer of spoken over my background now, right, taking my bigger circle as the center. Right, it's always nice to retrace a part of the circle to get that flow. Again, so I don't want to be drawing too many here. So I am starting anti-clockwise. I'm drawing 3 lines here so that my spoken is more prominent, since we already have a background. Kind of transcending, although transcending is a whole new technique, in Zentangle. There are many ways to transcend a tile. You might like to take a class on it. It's a beautiful technique, and this is just a glimpse of it. So there's something that I also want to talk about in this class, that I've created a specific group by the name Creative Zenwork at Sanyukta Zentangle. I have created this group specifically for those students who are following me regularly on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and they either draw along with me or draw my tile afterwards. If they want to post their work and show it to me, then that is a group that you can join, Creative Zenwork at Sanyukta Zentangle. So if you're my student and you want to show me, ask me, learn from me more, that's the place to be, right? So I don't think we need to add any more. So I'm going to now stop here and add some shades of gray under the lines that I have drawn, right? Not much shading required. In the center again, I'm going to give it a kind of a droplet look. I've shown this to you, I think, quite a few times by now. So I am going to leave a highlight and then give it a droplet kind of a look. Also going to add a little around my circle, darken it around my circle, although it is already mostly black. Let's see right? And then where did I start with? Yes, I'm going to add some graphite under these spikes, right? And the second layer. So do join that group, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. You can share your work, and I'll be posting regularly on that group once all of you join it. Ideas to work on, right? So it would be fun. Since you're following me so seriously, it would be nice to see your work, right? So just going to blend and leave a highlight. If you think you have covered the entire thing, you can use your chalk, no problem. Right, a little more on the edges, and then we'll just blend the chalk, the white, the graphite that we added. So this is just a glimpse of how you can transcend the spoken over any background. Generally the background chosen is not very heavy, that has bolding portions. So do think of doing a class on transcending. It's a beautiful technique where you draw over an already drawn tile. There are a host of other classes that I offer, which I regularly post on my Facebook page, Sanyukta Zentangle. Do catch a glimpse, right? And then I added a little at the edges, so I'm going to blend it. Right, if you wish, you can add some shades of gray at the edges, not required, but just to even it out. Yeah, so just a touch and just blend it. Right, and just a touch of jelly roll on my somewhat droplet. Right, if you wish, you can add some graphite that is already there on your stump at these places, but I don't think it would be required. You don't need much here. It's already looking nice the way it is. Since the background is dark, so you don't want to add much black, right? And that's it. That's our tile. So let's close it. I'm going to initial it here, right? Sign and date it. And we'll be back again with another Zentangle original. Till then, have a good time. Stay safe. Bye-bye.